A lot of people love to say that Ethan Klein is Ethan declining and crashing out.
You are dead drunk.
I disagree. I believe he's going to enter a golden era of his own. There's been so much dogpiling and hate content since Frenemies ended. I figured at this point, I've thought about making something like this video for a while, so why not now? With all the hate, why do I still watch Ethan Klein?
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like,
there are three main reasons why I continue to watch, and that's Ethan's authenticity, Ethan's ability to be genuinely vulnerable, and Ethan's honest loyalty and companionship with his crew members.
It's time to stop. H3 Productions. These guys used to make the best videos on the internet. A lot of people have been complaining recently that our videos suck and that they hate us and that we're dirty, greasy Jews that need to, and it's time for us to stop. I agree. And that's why we're announcing today that we are deleting our channel. Deleting. That's
a lie.
A dirty lie.
And it blew my tits right off my fat body. What is up, everybody? This is Ethan Klein coming at you live from Los Angeles, California.
I will have to
it's rewind time.
Rewind to beginning of when I first watched Ethan and Hila on H3 Productions.
Back to the computer. Oh my gosh, I'm such a nerd.
By 2015, YouTube had evolved into a real career platform. I was then introduced to H3 Productions when JonTron left Game Grumps to move back to New York. JonTron and H3 Productions did a couple of collabs together.
Let me introduce you, everyone, to my son, my helper, Bo.
Bo in the house.
Yeah. I've been wanting to eat some Papa John pizza for a long time.
Alongside Filthy Frank, which ended with me being introduced to iDubbbz and what the community used to call the Cancer Crew back then, RIP. For me, Ethan and Hila are the most authentic people on YouTube. From when they first started calling out influencers before that was a thing.
It was a joke. 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 I'm joking. Yo, please don't have me.
You savages! Can you not take a joke? Am I not human? Am I not entitled to tell a joke in the form of physical assault and damage to your property? Hey, Hila, do you want to hear a funny joke?
Yeah.
Yeah? Check it out. In the title, but I am yet to figure out where the prank is. I guess that means the prank's on us. The dude is back with Family Edition. What does that mean?
I'm gonna try to kiss some girls in front of their parents, brothers, sisters.
Incest pranks gone wild. Watch me receive a blowjob from my own sister as grandma licks my asshole. Chris is back with actual incest Family Edition porn. Guys, this is 2015. We have incest porn on YouTube. Ethan Bradbury.
This is Ethan.
This is Ethan too. And these Ethans love each other. I do miss you. This was the last video they posted. Can I run train on you prank?
pretty much, me and my boy wanted to run a train on you. Train on you guys.
We just wanna run this train on you guys.
Can I run train on you? It's such a brilliant, well-conceived prank. It's wonderful. But the sad reality is, for many pranksters on YouTube today, that the views are running out. I mean, SoFlo jumped ship. Mo and ET, they just fucking disappeared. Kobe Person, where are you at? What are you out of your mind? Cut all the great memes, dude. What happened to the pranksters? They were the lifeblood of this channel. Where did they go?
I'm Ethan Bradbury,
Now, I have a really interesting little theory about where these guys have gone, and I want to invite you guys along. They're killing it on YouTube, but you just don't know it. And I think you might enjoy a little surprise from your boy Ethan Bradbury, who's still there, but you just don't know it.
Ethan.
Spider-Man and Frozen Elsa. You guys have probably seen about it, you probably heard about it. It's the weirdest fucking shit on YouTube. It gets like 1 billion views. I went into the fucking lab. I watched this shit on quarter speed for you guys. Look who peeps out the fucking door right now. That's fucking Mo E.T. I'm going full CSI, enhance. There's Ethan Bradbury laying on the floor without his mask. I don't know why, but wait, it gets even weirder. Pause it now. They're in Kobe Person's house. This is Kobe Person's play button. Kobe Person is involved in the Spider-Man conspiracy. How deep does this go?
Now, I won't lie, I did fall off of YouTube for a few years, around the same time H3 Productions started to slow down and start their podcast. I still followed, I just never watched. I used to watch a lot of celebrity interviews growing up, and that was just something that I just wasn't as interested in anymore. Yet I could see Ethan's vision and could tell he wanted to create a YouTube podcast that replicated the Howard Stern show, that dark, edgy humor and raw human authenticity.
Woman, I spotted this woman from Texas. What?
Texas.
She was from Texas? That's right. I'm a real man.
Well, anyway.
My man right here, he'll tell you everything.
Go ahead. Tell us everything.
Can I tell you about Beetlejuice's next project?
Yeah, go ahead, because I got so many people want to come in here and I got to get to the phones.
So Beetlejuice is going to do a porno.
I once dated a girl who was a feeder, if you're familiar with that.
Tell me about that. I'm very...
So
I've seen some documentaries.
I met her on like MySpace
crazy.
back in 2005 or something.
How much did you weigh at the time?
I was about 550. Oh, I was close to 520.
That was like...
She's the girl who got me up to 600.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she completely enabled you.
Yeah, she just
fucked
like
you
straight
up.
up, right? She's like, I want you to be so big. Like we moved in and we had this conversation, and she's like, I want you to be so big one day that you can't get out of bed. I want you to be so big one day that you're one of the biggest men on record.
What the fuck?
It's a huge sexual turn on for her.
I was going to ask, is sexual?
Very sexual.
Let me ask you if I can get, how does she get sexual gratification out of that?
I guess just the body type. Like she liked the softness of it.
But does
and
she
the
like
feel of
get
it,
off
and then,
in
yeah,
some way?
like straight. Like the feeding aspect is foreplay. Like dinner is foreplay.
I met my boyfriend in late 2019, which started to get me back into watching YouTube, mostly Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Lazy Masquerade. Him and I were on different yet overlapping corners of YouTube. And then COVID hit, and the strange rickety bridge that brought our sides together was some ordinary gamer. Mudahar made a video claiming that Ethan and Ela were donation shaming and misused the FUPA fund.
Hello, guys and gals. Hello, guys and gals. Guys and gals. Guys and gals. Hello, me, Mudahar, and ladies and gentlemen, do we have a hell of a video today. Guys and gals. Now, this video is all about Ethan from H3H3, Ethan and Ela. As you all know, that H3H3 is a channel that I've actually followed since its beginning. I was there for the reaction videos, and I noped the fuck out when the podcast began. But I'm sorry, after how long that podcast has been running, it's just really, it really shows why H3H3 has gone out of touch. H3H3 has gone out of touch. The worst about it is he's went from all of that humble beginning to a fucking egotistical dude at the end of the day. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It goes beyond the ego, because this video is sponsored by a shitty fucking take. Going into this, if you don't know, Jeff Bezos, the richest fucking dude in the world, okay, donated $100 million. You may look at his net worth and say, wow, he donated a tiny percentage of his cash. Jeff Bezos, the richest fucking dude in the world. But that's $100 million that any organization can do wonders with if they use it appropriately. Ethan did the exact same thing. He looked at Jeff Bezos, said, wow, the richest guy in the world. Only gave $100 million and just completely shat on it. That's because this is the same guy that donated only $1,000 to Team Trees when that was out. See, I can do the same fucking thing you do, Ethan, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not a fucking hypocrite when it comes to this shit. The reality of it is, he fucking only donated a tiny percent of his net worth to a charity. And that's his take. If I was to apply Ethan logic, yeah, guess what? You're just as shitty as Bezos. But I'm not going to do that. Hypocrite. Because this is the same individual that only acts out of self-fucking interest. Don't believe me? How about you look at the fucking FUPA fund? When has that shit been active? It's sitting there with $0 in the fund, and he ain't doing shit with it. It wasn't even active at all. Yes, a fund designed to help YouTubers fight fair use issues. I guess it's not here anymore. I guess it's not functioning. Hey, shit, we forgot about it. It was great when it financed and served us, but I guess it don't serve us anymore, so fucking call it a day. Hypocrite.
Honestly, it's crazy how things have really circled around within the last 6 years. I had many conversations with my boyfriend about how wrong Mudahar was in that video. And then Ethan responded back hard.
You see, some people tell me I've changed, and frankly, I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, cut the crap, Ethan. You're a great hypocrite and nobody likes you. I just watched this video and I don't even like you anymore.
What? That can't be true. Let me see that. See that.
And by the way, way, Ethan. I told you not to use my car.
It's got all these views and likes. Surely I actually said that, right? Let me actually look back and see, what did I say? So I talked about how Amazon was only giving sick leave to people who test positive for coronavirus, which, I mean, admittedly is insane and obviously not donation shaming. I talked about Whole Foods asking its employees to donate their own sick days to other employees so they could take time off. Well, that's not donation shaming, but it is shitty. I did say that Jeff Bezos is looking more and more like Lex Luthor. He looks more and more like Lex Luthor more and more every day. But he's so certain that I donation shamed Jeff Bezos. Imagine coming and making a video with such righteous anger about something that never even happened.
But he made that take.
Nope, didn't make that take. It makes me wonder, did he really just look at the thumbnail and then launch into this righteous rant about me based on a thumbnail?
I was once again hooked.
Hooked on a feeling.
From there, I found myself tuning in more and more, getting absorbed into the chaotic yet strangely comforting world of the H3 crew. I remember when Trisha Paytas was dating Hila's brother Moses and how that relationship became its own bizarre saga within the show. Every episode felt unpredictable, part comedy, part reality TV, part social commentary. Somehow it all worked. Around that time, the podcast was diving into internet discourse moments that defined the era, like the debate over whether iDubbbz was a simp or not, or the legendary content nuke on Keemstar, which definitely defined and changed the world of YouTube. What really pulled me in were the newer forms like After Dark or Off the Rails. Those episodes had this unfiltered, natural energy that made the podcast feel more like hanging out with friends than watching a production. Everyone seemed more relaxed, more real, and every time things went off script, Ethan inevitably spiraled into what we all would call Goblin mode. Those unplanned moments, full of laughter and absurd tangents and inside jokes, captured the kind of authenticity that's hard to find on the internet anymore. There's something addictive about that blend of humor, chaos, and humanity. The H3 podcast became less about the guests or topics and more about the personalities and chemistry behind the microphones. It's that unpredictable, slightly unhinged energy that keeps it special. And this time, it wasn't just because of Ethan and Hila. It was also because of the crew they were slowly collecting.
I wanna be the very best.
Bringing new creative ideas or different takes they can discuss on the show, not just random people who enjoy Ethan and Hila's content. Even throughout the harassment and the hate that Ethan gets, he still shows up and entertains us, and so does the crew. I find the crew to be oddly perfect choices, and each of them brings their own unique qualities and flaws that continue to add to the entertainment of the show. They are also genuinely authentic, with Dan's dry comedic timing, with Zach's chaotic soundboard moments, and AB's earnest loyalty, and all the others who've joined and left along the way. Then Frenemies happened.
Well, my friends, here we are. They said it would never happen. Me and Trisha making a podcast, and frankly, I thought they were right for a while. But let me explain, first of all, what brings us to here, which is a pairing of very bizarre. I've been wanting to make a podcast with like another comedian for a while, and I don't mean that to compliment you. I think I mean like two big personalities. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, when I kept trying to think of people to do it with, I always thought, you know, me and Trisha have a really funny chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
On all of your visits.
Right. Well, yeah.
And I thought, well, you know, fuck it. Let's just do it like that.
Frenemies was a show that we didn't know we needed, especially during a time that we couldn't have reality shows, especially this unscripted.
What are you gonna tell me? I can't wear that? Someone did tell me that on TikTok.
No, you
someone
can wear
did.
khamsa.
No, someone's like, stop wearing those Jewish necklaces.
I think Muslims also wear khamsas, right? Yeah. It's not.
All faiths.
Star of David. You shouldn't wear a Star of David.
If my future husband's Jewish,
Moses is saying no Star of David. No, she should wear. Oh, you should wear a Star of David according to Moses. No wonder, dude. You can't.
I'm saying all the Jews wear Star of David. That's the Holocaust.
Thank you.
What? Dude, that is such a fucking stretch. Moses.
That is the Holocaust.
That is so stupid.
Babe.
No, it's like saying I'm going around wearing a cross because I think it's fashionable.
Trisha, what ancient Egyptian writing system? What was the ancient Egyptian writing system called?
We love Egypt.
Who's we?
Me and Moses, we watch Prince of Egypt. That's
You
like
guys love Egypt?
That's like the theme of our bedroom, right? Yeah.
What? You have a bedroom theme?
Yeah, it's like Prince of Egypt theme.
Do you
with
guys
the fans
role play?
and the pharaoh. Yeah, but not the Holocaust because I said
I don't know. I wouldn't think that you did that.
like going in the shower, like, but that was
That
like
is so inappropriate.
no. Oh my God, that's not what I'm saying.
So
but
who would be going in the shower? You or Moses?
Moses said he made this joke himself that he'd be the first to die in the Holocaust because he loves showers. Like he showers 3 times a day. He's like, I'd be so excited to like go. Anyways, that was his joke, not mine. Don't come for me.
Why do you love Egypt so much?
I just found out it was real on your show on H3.
That's what That's why I'm so upset that I can't lose.
What is the
So
force,
dumb.
Trisha? What is the force that causes objects to fall to the ground?
Girl, you better.
I know this because my titties are low thanks to gravity.
Yay! A personal anecdote.
Can we just also say we don't actually need gravity? What if it was never invented?
Invented by who?
Sir Isaac Newton.
Horrible, I hate it.
Jew! Look at the giant dreidel!
Trisha, you can't just scream Jew. You can't just drive around screaming Jew.
Why is that so big?
Say dreidel. Jews!
I was hooked again and again. I wonder what has me watching. I didn't know who Trisha Paytas was. I didn't know about David Dobrik. I only knew of James Charles and Shane Dawson. I grew up on MySpace, so of course I didn't know Jeffree Star had an amazing cosmetics brand. I watched Trisha and Ethan either have great chemistry and fun.
Most dramatic. Let's get a drum roll, please, people. Most dramatic creator. And the winner is, by an overwhelming majority, 47.1%, Trisha Paytas! Wow. You won. Here it is. Most dramatic creator of the year.
Wow.
They love you. They really love you. And we have a very own Frenemies styled rhinestone steamies presented to you. We're gonna have to get this engraved.
That's beautiful.
For Trisha Paytas, most dramatic creator of 2020. Congratulations. Wow. Fucking thanks, Trisha. You came into my life. You married my brother-in-law. You fucking are in my house around my son, just like you said you would. And now I'm broke because of you. Now I'm in fucking debt. Oh God, what's next? I mean, you took everything from me. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
I'm Trish, a second host of Frenemies. We were originally supposed to be in costume, but Ethan bailed on me, made me look like a loser in this outfit. But we're themed, we're thematic. Okay, so this is like my spot. I have history here, and I'm very excited to take people on a tour. This is very exciting. All right, hold on, let me see what's coming up. This used to be a KFC, and it's now a Zanku chicken.
Wow! That is insider info.
No, I got some good stuff. I have good stuff coming, I promise. Hold on. It'll just take a minute, because this strip is like my strip. You know, I used to like. This
You want to say something to Starbucks people?
No, that used to be a coffee bean and tea leaf. That's where I saw Bob Saget in real life.
Bob Saget!
Whoa! And now he's suing me.
Oh, is he still suing you?
I don't know.
Oh.
I paid for something, so he might be.
Uh-oh.
This is a dreams are made of. I got somewhere I belong. I got somebody to love. This is a dreams are made of.
Oh, there's a cop. Be cool. Be cool.
Or I watched someone bring pizza to a studio on fire.
I can't believe you're going after Jax. He's such a sweet guy.
I love you.
All right, Trisha.
Bye. Thanks for the great episode. You want to come with me, or are you staying?
It's not. You don't have to choose between me and Moses. He can do both, even if we hate each other.
Choosing between you or me. You can stay or you can come. I don't care.
He'll go with you.
Bye.
Yeah. No, he drove here.
In my car.
Bye, Trisha. Are we gonna make TikToks? Are we gonna make TikToks? We were supposed to make TikToks. She's leaving. Yeah, yeah. Well, Trisha left. So this is our first fight.
I'm fucking bitch.
Okay.
I think we should just end it, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too.
She's such a fucking bitch.
She's not.
And you are too, and you're a fucking cuck.
You take
You have no
a
fucking
cock.
backbone.
All right, you should leave. We'll talk later. Yeah, you should get out.
I am going, but
Yeah.
I'm not talking later. Fucking bitch, you too. I don't care. Fucking dump me. I couldn't care less. Your family's
It's not about dumping. I don't know what happened. You better. It's the pizza curse.
Then I watched the crew and Ethan with Hila on Fridays discuss their feelings over it later in the week. I watched Frenemies end with heartache like the rest of the audience felt.
You guys get slices?
Put the phone numbers this way so you can't see it.
It's the pizza curse.
Well, I thought it was good.
So you want to give advice while we eat pizza?
Yeah. Can I say one more thing? Did you ever see Brokeback Mountain? I watched that last night.
I actually never watched it, but I know the plot.
Oh.
Did it break your heart?
Oh my God. It
Those
was
poor
like
cowboys just wanted.
I don't know.
Is there a third pizza?
You're so not good about this. Okay, let's go to your
wanna
stupid.
make sure that everyone
I don't
got
like
pizza.
this segment. Just for the record, fan advice is a stupid segment. But
Why?
we can do it. It's so dumb. What's the point?
To give advice to our fans.
But that's not the like. Oh, no, that's like when people run out of ideas and they start doing Q&As. Like Tyler Oakley ran ideas. So he's like, we're gonna do Q&As now because we have nothing else to talk about. Okay, go ahead. It's such a dumb segment.
It's so not. It's
like we
fun.
have
Well,
nothing to fill
sometimes.
the time.
Okay, well, what you want to talk more about the what Brokeback Mountain, a movie from fucking like
It's
10
just,
years
to me,
ago?
It's like a lazy podcast. Like we're gonna play games on the like you know.
A lazy podcast. You don't do anything for it. You just show up. We do all the work.
Oh my God. Yeah. Right.
How am I wrong?
With what? I always contribute. You never had like. First of all, when you were doing all the podcasts, it was like Keemstar, Jake Paul, like, and everyone's like, "We're so sick of hearing about this because it's everything." Like I saw on this, you had stuff from last H3. You just recycle H3 content on Frenemies. You're like, "Oh, we're gonna do Trisha through the history meme or whatever," and like, you already did that on the last episode, and I saw it's on here.
I didn't bring it up. I didn't say it.
But the fact that it's already on there, like I had to bring up all these other topics because I'm like, I don't want to go to that because you brought it up last week.
Let's see. We put together this Gabby Hanna segment.
I mean, I could have, I literally, again, could have done that for my head. I always chime in with my topics. Like I always do because like I try and steer it.
Okay, what did you bring on the Logan Paul fight?
I brought it up, first of all, because it's something trending.
You're like, I don't even know what to say about it. I don't even know why people watch.
I never pick the costumes. I never do the vlogs. I give so many ideas. I say dancing for the vlogs. I give all these ideas and you don't, it's just.
What's wrong with
people that
advice?
work for you. I don't think it's a good segment.
The people want to hear from us.
Okay. Do it. I'm
Okay.
telling you my opinion. And all the vlogs we've done, I've suggested other vlogs and like that never does.
Well, if you don't like it, then we shouldn't do it.
Okay.
Since this is a show about me and you.
No, but you're saying I do all the work, but I'm telling you I don't like all the stuff you do. I'm just kind of go with it because I'm like, okay, I guess this is what you want to do, but I have to start saying no because some things are just not good ideas.
I like it for the record.
Okay.
Oh, sometimes you get really interesting questions.
They're not though.
Brutal. Brutal.
I just don't like when we spend like, well, whatever.
Go ahead, say it. There's a good script.
But you're asking like, we do all the work. It's like we spent one Frenemies rehashing all the stuff you said about Keemstar and H3 Live, which was 2 days prior.
Okay, it happened one time.
No, it's happened before where you just like bring up stuff that you've already mentioned, like, and it's fine. But
why are you attacking me?
you asked me, you said tell me, and I'm telling you, like all your just because you guys come up with everything doesn't mean it's good. It's recycled a lot of it, so it's like I can come up with
Not
new
a lot
ideas.
of it.
A lot of it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
If you have ideas, I'm all ears.
I watch H3 Live and we talk about the same thing, and I'm happy to talk about it.
It's not always like that. It's happened before. I agree.
It happened last time. That's all. It's happened a lot.
It didn't happen last time, did it?
The title was like pregnancy announcement, which is I'm happy to talk about the pregnancy.
We
but
talked a lot about the pregnancy here.
But it wasn't the pregnancy announcement H3 Live was. It's your guys' thing, which I'm happy to talk about. I'm happy for you guys. But to say like, oh, we don't recycle things, it's like, you know, you do, and it's fine. But I don't make it the same title because it's not an announcement. We're talking about your
wouldn't
pregnancy.
say recycling. It's a different conversation.
The original one was
you.
Trisha's gonna like something. It doesn't have to be about me, but I'm just saying like the fact that it's a pregnancy announcement again when it's not a pregnancy announcement because I'm not pregnant. You know what I mean? We're talking about your guys' pregnancy. It wasn't an announcement. You announced it on H3 Live.
Oh, you thought that people would think it was about you
Of
being
course
pregnant?
it was because you are unless you're just recycling the same title you did for H3 Live, which is it's not. It's just like I watch H3 Live. I don't want to talk about it on Frenemies. Like if we're being honest,
Well,
you
we
know.
were going to talk about Hila being pregnant, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah.
But the title has to be pregnancy announcement
I don't see why that's a problem.
because you did that on Friday. You're just recycling titles. It's not an announcement. You weren't announcing it.
Okay, so Hila's pregnant, and I'm talking about it with Trisha. Would you prefer that?
Anything to be more creative. It's like the fact that you just talk about what you talked about the week prior is like, and I've seen other people call it out. It's not just me. Like, I mean, people have called it out before. Like the whole Keemstars, I didn't know it was like the 30 minutes was exactly the 30 minutes you did on H3 Live.
Yeah, I agree. That part was
That's
recycled.
crazy.
Sometimes I forget what I've talked about, honestly.
But you're saying you have all this crew that does all this work for you and nobody could remember that you talked about that 2 days prior?
I agree. Somebody should have said something. I was like, guys, why don't you tell me when I'm talking about the same shit over and over? Because I tell to them, I go, yo, make sure to include this. And they go, oh, okay. But I go, oh, shit, I already talked about the same thing. But I feel like you're so angry about this.
I'm literally not, but it's
Yes,
so
you
funny.
are.
I'm not. I'm angry when you say something.
You need to admit when you're angry.
Ethan, I promise you, this is really is gaslighting. I go to a lot of therapy right now, and this really is. When I say I'm not angry, I'm not. I'm like just trying to tell you that you're like, oh, we do everything for the show, and I'm like saying it's not always good. I'm not angry. If I was angry, I would like leave or something, but I'm not. But you telling
But
me
you're
I'm angry
upset or something. You're not upset or angry.
not.
Okay. All right.
But it is like frustrating when you think you do all this work and like think, oh, we're doing all this great stuff, and it's like, it's not that great sometimes. A lot of it is, and I like appreciate all the work you do and stuff like that, but it's also like not that great. I don't get input on like people we hire, like all this stuff like that.
People we hire? Why would I ask you about people I hire?
Because it's Frenemies and you take the budget for paying the crew. That's what you told me. You take highlights, you take 5% to pay the crew.
No,
so why don't I get any input on the crew or what we do?
These are employees of our
So why are you
production
taking
company.
highlights and 5% of Frenemies? You told me that it was to pay them, that they could be working.
It's for production costs.
Okay, but you told me
It's for
at the
production
beginning.
costs.
You told me at the beginning it's like they could be working on other things. So I made that argument too. I'm like, well, they're already H3. Oh, they could be working on other things. So I'm like, okay, in that
It's
case,
for production costs. I take 5% extra from the podcast revenue,
Mhm.
and I take the highlights revenue, and everything else we split.
right. So for production costs.
Yeah.
But again, you were about to move us all to downtown LA, and I was just like, but the production cost should be included. Like you were going to share the cameras because Dan said, oh, we have to get new computers and new cameras. But I'm like, Frenemies
And I
has the
obliged
budget.
you. I said, okay, fine.
But you fought me on it.
Because we bought a studio downtown. That was always the plan, by the way, that we were going to move downtown. And then all of a sudden, I was
For
like, yo,
H3, I
and I
had
was
no
like, yo,
consent
we're
to it.
moving. I told you ahead of time, but it's fine because
You didn't tell me downtown
we're
LA.
still at my house now. But I said, okay, so I was like, yo, by the way, we moved into our new office. We're going to be there next week. It's good. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to go down there. And well, we had made all these plans to move the set and everything and to do everything. So you're like, I don't want to go down there. And then we talked about it for a little bit, and I said, okay, fine. And so we had to buy.
But that was the first time we
ton-
ever spent money on production costs.
It's not about that, dude. It's literally about we are producing the show and I'm taking a cut. I feel like that's beyond reasonable.
All the
Beyond
highlights.
reasonable.
5%. 5%.
He takes that 5%.
5% difference is astronomical. 5% means everything.
Do you realize how much 5% was of our last one? That should be enough. But also like highlights, and then you weren't the membership I had to fight for because you weren't. You're like, oh, I forgot to tell you about the members. Like
I giving
it's
you
crazy.
50% of all the members, even though we work and do all of the work. I don't know why you fight me on money. The deal you have is beyond reasonable.
Okay.
No, but I feel like a lot of frustration you have about everything with the.
Frustrated. When I'm bringing stuff up, you get defensive. I'm not frustrated. I'm pointing out these things because I would like to know. I just want everything to be a lot more transparent because I'm like, what are the production costs?
I can't be more transparent.
Can you
with
show me all the costs of production
It's
that you?
not like an itemized thing. We are doing the show. That's the cost.
So if you don't think 5% is like enough for the producing the show?
5% and the highlights was what we agreed to at the begining, and that's what it is.
Oh my God. Okay, if you think that's what it's worth, okay.
It's worth more than that, to be
All
honest
right.
with you. You're getting a very generous deal. And the sponsors that that we work to get,
Mhm.
right? We do all the work to bring the sponsors.
I mean, I had all of Adam and
50%.
Eve for the first like 20 shows. So I mean, I appreciate what you do, but don't act like I don't bring it. I brought.
Yeah, you
all of
brought
that.
Adam and Eve, and so that was one sponsor we worked with.
That's
which
all
was
we had for
awesome.
the first like.
And now
10
we have a
sponsorships.
tons of sponsors every episode because it takes time, obviously to get the show up and pitching, and you get 50% of all of that. I feel like the deal you get is super fair. And I feel like you're gaslighting me, to be honest, saying that you're not like frustrated about
But
that.
I'm not.
Because it really is a source of like every time something comes up where it's like, I hired somebody or this, that, and like, oh, you don't do that much on the show.
I'm bringing attention
It's
to it. I'm not
literally
upset.
always-
I would text
it
you. I would tell
literally
you if I
always
was.
comes down to, oh, you get this extra 5%. And so
Because you're
it's
saying,
not
why
fair.
should I get an input on the employees? That's what you said. And
Because
you brought up to me
they
that.
don't just work on Frenemies, they're my employees.
Okay, but when I said that to you originally, you said, oh, we pay the employees. They could be working on other things. So why don't we have Frenemies employees and I get input if we're spending 5% of the budget towards them?
Let's break it down.
Think that's not what it is.
That's
If
what
I
you said.
So then that's
But
I don't
okay,
remember,
to say
but that's not
gaslighting
what
is
it
telling someone how they feel, and you're telling me how I feel, and I'm telling you I don't feel frustrated or upset. So I don't know what else that could be. How am I gaslighting you by telling you I'm not feeling this way? How is that gaslighting you? I'm not feeling this way.
Okay.
I wouldn't show up. I wouldn't come here. I would,
You listen. You can be upset and not
But I'm not.
because but you could be upset and then also not be like, I'm not showing up. Fuck you.
I'm
Like
not
there's
upset.
levels.
If I was upset, I
well,
wouldn't
I'm just
show up.
explaining. I'm just because you can be upset and still show up.
But
That's
I'm
my
not
point.
upset, and that's what gaslighting is. Because you're saying I'm gaslighting you by saying,
you. You're not upset. You're perfectly.
Oh,
You're in a
wow.
perfect condition right now.
okay, wow, holy cow, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know how you. I just don't see what you just did. That's really.
What did I
crazy.
do?
We have to end it now. Like really.
What did I do?
We got to stop for real. Really. We need
Okay.
to stop. Please. Okay.
Whenever you're ready, you
All
can
right.
walk away.
So. No, because I don't want to title this.
It's the
Trisha-
pizza curse.
Can we just like
I'm
edit
not
it
going
out?
to title it
It's not. All
Trisha's
right.
thing. It's the pizza curse. It is.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't have got pizza. The pizza? Oh no, it was pizza. Trisha, let me just say,
The
I'm
fact,
sorry.
Ethan, that you just did that, you're right. You're
I don't know
right.
what I just
Nothing's wrong
said.
with you. But I go. You don't know how much therapy I go to a week. I go to 4
But
Zoom
Trisha,
sessions a
you
week.
can't-
No,
I understand,
Ethan,
but okay,
what you
all right.
just said was, "You're right, Trisha. Everything's fine." That's insane. Like the fact that you did that to me is like
It's
insane.
not insane. We're friends.
was
We're
so
having
nice.
a friendly conversation. I shouldn't have to walk on eggshells around everything I
Okay.
say.
All right, Ethan.
We
I'm
have
asking to end this. I'm asking
You can leave anytime, Trisha.
But then you're making this thing where we're not ending the show, and you get to sit here and be like, "Okay, well that just happened," and you're eating pizza, and then
I will
joke
end
and
the show
whatever.
the minute you walk
All right,
off the
so let's
frame.
just end it, please. Thank you guys for watching, and I don't want it to be a thing where you're just sitting here eating pizza and you become
Okay.
a meme.
So then I'll say, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't want to get in an argument
I
over
really
like
need
your
to
most.
leave.
Okay. All right. We're done. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Ethan wanted to find another lightning in the bottle show for the podcast. They tried families.
Well, everybody, bet you didn't expect to see us here again. But the good news is, it's very exciting to introduce our new co-host, my mom.
Thank you.
Which was a jolly good time, until it wasn't. The show was brief, simply due to Ethan's parents not understanding the internet.
In the shade, in Calabasas.
We can see her.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I don't know that you have a great reception where you are.
Well, oh my God, I'm schwitzing.
Is your AC on?
No, I don't want my car to just run. Get the
Guys,
top up.
Mom, your reception is too bad. You got it, Mom.
We can't understand.
I don't
Mom.
have my.
Mom, you gotta
Yes.
go home. You have to go home and get on the internet
We
there.
can't understand anything.
Yeah, just drive home. Mom? What is she doing?
Just drive home.
That's the longest.
Lightning finally struck for the H3 podcast when the audience harped on Ethan. Ethan was talking about politics so much that Ethan decided to do a more political geared show with Hasan Piker called Leftovers.
Welcome, everybody! To the Leftovers! The wait is over!
That's right.
With me, welcoming to the H3 family and our $3 million set.
I didn't mind the show, but there were times where I found it boring, and other times I found it entertaining. There were a couple of times I noticed the slight differences in what Ethan and Hasan believed in. I have made an Ethan versus Hasan video before and after their debate. Please go and watch it after this, or at least come back to finish this video. Ethan and Hasan had ended Leftovers.
Listen, this isn't the first time I've said it, and I'll say it many more times. The cabinet is run by genocidal maniacs. They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal. He's made a coalition of the most radically conservative freaks that don't represent, by the way, the majority of Israelis. And they're hellbent on genocide, frankly, overtly. They've committed tons of war crimes in Gaza, including the killing of children, obviously, because Gaza is one of the most densely populated places in the world. 50% of the residents are under 18, so when you bomb a building, the chances that you're killing children is pretty much 100%. It's fucking barbaric. It's unacceptable. It's disgusting.
Zach's not here to play the music. Would you like me to just kind of
Just
sing
like
it?
crickets. Longest episode of Leftovers ever.
We did it.
Ethan realized that Hasan was a far leftist, and Hasan believed Ethan to be a Zionist. I personally don't believe that Ethan is a Zionist. Now, this isn't a political video. I'm just acknowledging the moment because it mattered to the show and to the audience, and it still does. I did have a hard time watching the podcast during this time. I'm sure like the rest of those that watched. Yet, I continued to watch. And I did enjoy some of those moments where Ethan was very gung-ho about the war zone.
Be nice.
That's right.
Cameras. Oh, no sound though.
There's no audio. All right,
That
you know
was
what?
it.
Wait, you know what?
Now hit it again to deactivate. There you go.
All
Okay.
right, hit it again, and I'll do the audio.
All right.
All right, ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go.
And then hit it again. It's lingering way too long.
Who's joining me today?
Oh, he faked you out.
Alfredo is in the war zone today.
They just talk about things honestly, sometimes messily, but always human. And in an era where so many creators are terrified of saying the wrong thing, that kind of honesty is rare.
Don't believe me? How about you look at the fucking FUPA fund?
Ah, yes, FUPA, the Fair Use Protection Act. The silver bullet of all H3 conspiracies. One shot, and the H3 fan is no more. Well, I'm glad I actually have the opportunity to talk about FUPA because I see it being raised more and more about what a greedy scumbag I really am. So let me take you back on a little story time to explain once and for all, for Mudahar and everyone, what really is FUPA. Yes, we are being sued for copyright infringement. And it's been hanging over our lives like a cloud these past months.
Yeah.
So back when we were sued, I explicitly said that we did not want to raise money because the community had already done so much for us. We were honestly thinking about doing a crowdfunding because we were like, how are we gonna pay $100,000 or are we gonna be completely fucked? But honestly, you guys have supported us monetarily and emotionally for so long. I mean, on Patreon alone, you guys have given us like $50,000 over the course of our lifetime. I looked at it recently. I'm like, we can't ask you guys for more money. But Philip DeFranco, in his infinite wisdom, decided to raise money for us because he thought it was an important lawsuit for the whole community.
This is a much bigger deal than just H3 Productions. This is a huge case on fair use and YouTubers in general. And in Ethan's video, he says that, this could bankrupt them, it could ruin them, but he doesn't want to ask, anyone for money. Just thank you for all the support.
We can't ask you guys for more money. All we can say is thank you so much for all the love and support you guys have given us.
Fuck that, this is a huge deal, which is why, as of recording this video, I am starting a GoFundMe to raise money for Ethan's defense.
And I will say that I am extraordinarily grateful to him because at the time, we definitely weren't rich. And if it wasn't for Philly D's good foresight in raising this money, we would have definitely not had the longevity required to win this case. FUPA, the Fair Use Protection Account, was set up because we thought we had so much extra money that we would have all this leftover money after our lawsuit to help the community with fair use issues. That money will not be used for any other purpose. We will never see a penny of it. It is going straight from Philly D's campaign into an escrow account for the sole purpose of protecting fair use. And we will be its first client. And that's why we decided to donate $5,000 of our own money. But as the bills started piling up, and we soon realized that if we kept helping people, we were going to run out of money and be in a bad situation with the lawsuit, which was the entire purpose that people donated in the first place. It was our moral imperative to fight and win this lawsuit for the whole community. Over a year passed, and we depleted all of the money in the account. We showed one of our bills as things were heating up. For just 1 month was $50,000. This was the bill we got. Can you see that? Do a little zoom there. Yep, that's 50. And then there's $54,000. All told, we ended up spending thousands and thousands of dollars of our own money on top of everything that was raised, but we were finally able to win the lawsuit. It was without a doubt one of the hardest, longest, most stressful times in our lives, and I would not wish a lawsuit on even my worst enemies. It does honestly dishearten me that the one truly, indisputably good thing I've done for the YouTube community has been turned into a conspiracy theory about how evil I am. The truth is, we went through hell. We spent a great deal of our own money to create a legal precedent so people like you,
the death toll is getting pretty fucking high, Ethan,
could make commentary videos on YouTube. Our case was even published as case law, the only such example on the books in defense of commentary on YouTube. You can even go to copyright.gov and see it published there among a very small list of influential cases about copyright and fair use. We did all this to defend people's legal right to fair use and criticism, even if it's used to make shit like this about me.
This video is sponsored by a shitty fucking take.
I would hope that this would be my legacy here on YouTube, but people are hell-bent on making even this a case for how evil I am.
Why have I continued to watch Ethan Klein even after all the awkward, cringe moments, some deemed his worst?
When I say deemed, made comments that were deemed. So that's not me saying that, it's others have deemed.
They've never tried to be the perfect YouTubers. Ethan can make jokes that completely flop, or rant about something way too long, or say something that doesn't always land perfectly. They don't do fake apologies or pretend to be above drama.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to come here and discuss the situation with Cutie Cinderella. Monday's episode, we were covering the news that one of these Twitch streamers got caught paying for a deepfake subscription for one of his and featuring some of his colleagues on Twitch. We were covering that story, and then Cutie Cinderella put out a video of a very heartfelt, serious video about how deeply this kinds of things have affected her. And during that video, I made the really unfortunate and stupid decision to play this stupid soundbite song of this guy singing chestnuts over an open fire. The problem was then I started laughing while her heartfelt, really serious apology was going on. And it was not good because, one, I actually really respect Cutie. I think she's a really talented and great creator. I think that the pain she's experiencing is 100% valid. Someone who I actually really want to support may have felt worse on an already difficult situation because of my careless and very, very inappropriate and gross and stupid behavior. I always find myself in these situations where I am doing and saying impulsive things that I regret. Doesn't really represent how I feel. Was really dumb and rude and careless in that moment. I've tried to be mindful of these of preventing these kinds of things from not happening. Obviously, the fact that I'm doing a live show makes everything like if it was. I mean, listen, if it was recorded, I would obviously erase it, right? That'd be obvious. And if I could take it back, I would. And I understand a lot of people were offended or thought it was tasteless, and I totally get that, you know. And most of all, though, I apologize. After it happened, I immediately went to Twitter and apologized to Cutie. She doesn't have to accept my apology. I don't know if she accepts my apology. And I also apologized to Ludwig. I felt like apologizing to both of them because I respect them both. A mean-spirited psycho is what I looked like. I have Tourette's syndrome. I was like, fuck, I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and people say, maybe it's your Tourette's, and I say, I've always been like, that's a cop-out. There's no way. I'm just a fucking, you know, with Tourette's, I've always kind of like buried my head in the sand. I know I have it, but since I was a kid, the more I thought about it, the worse it was. So my strategy of dealing with it was always kind of just to like forget that I have it, or try not to think about it, try not to have a daily presence in my life, to try to feel like just normal as possible. And for the most part, I do find that strategy worked. But I look up, you know, and one of the top results for symptoms of behavior is compulsive behavior, impulsivity, lack of restraint. I think it's a bit of a cop-out. I think I have control over these things. I feel I do, but I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with it. It doesn't absolve me of any blame. But I am very sorry to Cutie. I do feel horrible, and I, you know, support her 100% in trying to get that stuff removed, the deep fake stuff. I obviously been through a lot of legal stuff, and I have great litigators who work on just this type of thing. She mentioned she wanted to sue them in her video, and I told her, and I want her to know that if she needs resources, I would love to donate, even if she's open to that, to fund this kind of thing. I strongly believe that this whole deep fake thing is like super super insane. It might be legal because there's no laws on the book. I don't know the legality of it. It hasn't really been tested in court that I'm aware. So I think it's a noble and good cause for her to do that. And it could actually make a difference if she were able to get like some kind of law about doing deep fakes of real people like that. I just want to apologize to everybody, and especially to Cutie, who I respect and actually think very highly of. And I'm very sorry, guys. And will continue to try to do better and be more mindful going forward.
They own up to stuff, they joke about themselves, and they push back when they're being unfairly misrepresented. It shows boundaries. Watching how they've handled the nonstop criticism and slander from certain corners of Reddit and snark spaces that twist everything into the worst possible interpretation, it really shows their resilience. They're not just being defensive, they're standing up for themselves, their family, and their integrity, and that's something I deeply respect. They're not trying to please everyone anymore, and that's something I think a lot of creators are scared to do. Yes, I miss when Ethan goes Goblin mode, and the days before that dreadful button.
Peace and love, a demonstration of the power of the button. This $20,000 gadget, which Dan, thank you Dan, and good work, put in a lot of effort to technically set this thing up. This is I can't emphasize that how much of a serious piece of hardware this is. Right, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, it's high-end broadcast gear, so it was a little touchy setting up, but we got it. We got it working.
That was some serious shit.
Violet says, blame it on Teddy. Listen, it is what it is. A gift from God.
Wow.
This is what it's going to be like. We're never going to get in trouble again. This is what... Oh, should we button this? This could be insensitive to the Christians. Church of the Button. The Church of the Button. Sit and reverence. The button erases all past tribulations. It's the memory hole. You can now go back in time. We've often wished, when we made blunders or embarrassments, to just go back in time and change it. Now we have the power. The button. Hamalama ding dong. All right. So here's what I'm going to do to demonstrate the power. I'm going to count to 30. Hypothetically, if I hit it on 10, they'll see me count to 10, and then it will dump.
No. If you hit it on 30, they'll see you count to 10.
Okay, right. So I'm going to count to 30, and then I'm going to dump it, and then it'll stop at 10.
Right. They'll see you count up to 10, and then it'll cut to the screen for 20 seconds.
20 seconds, it's going to kill it, and it's going to put like air button time, okay? So there's going to be 20 seconds of dead air, okay, guys? So work with
So no different than a normal episode.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. All right, here we go.
Should we count together?
So after 10, I'm going to be saying a ton of racial slurs and super racist jokes and homophobic stuff as well.
Not really. He's not actually going to do it.
Well, they won't know.
But I'm aware that it isn't just Ethan and Hila anymore. And the show isn't just more polished, the show's grown. The show hasn't really changed. It's matured. It's still weird, and it's still funny, and it's still very human. I've enjoyed their takes on the new age influencers and the many online controversies that come up month after month. It feels like their opinions and feelings about the internet haven't changed. It feels like I'm watching them in their small apartment. Hila Klein's personal growth over the years has been one of my favorite and most inspiring aspects of the H3 podcast. When we first watched her, she was very soft-spoken, thoughtful, and often quiet, besides Ethan's very loud personality. And even during those early days, you could just tell that Hila had this sort of strength and this creative quality hidden in her, and it really hinted at how much she had to offer. And over time, Hila really bloomed. Through fashion and makeup, Hila found a new language of self-expression. What began as subtle style choices and a reserved sense of humor evolved into bold, colorful confidence. Her clothing brand, Teddy Fresh, embodies that evolution perfectly, blending nostalgia, playfulness, and originality into something that stands apart in a world full of fast fashion and imitation. The quality of the brand mirrors Hila herself, meticulous, genuine, and authentic. I have the teddy bear jacket, and just the stitching itself. Quality like that is very hard to come by. It's not just clothing, it's an extension of artistic vision and emotional growth. On the H3 podcast, Hila has also found her own own voice. Once more reserved, she now speaks openly and confidently, and often with profound emotional honesty. She doesn't shy away from showing vulnerability, whether discussing motherhood, the pressures of online life, or the criticisms that come with public visibility.
But like, I mean, but you made a 3-hour video about me, so I just feel like.
But also, if I can.
Hila's here, by the way.
I'm here too.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. I mean, watching this back myself, it's clear to me that I'm like processing so many things. And when AB says that, I was kind of shocked too, because I haven't seen the clip, and that's what I say. I'm like, I haven't even seen that. I don't know. And then says something, and it's just me processing everything. And plus, I never actually said anything. And so, like, it just seems like the way you present it, you didn't even doubt it, is how I interpret your statement. You say, Hila has made comments. You also say it in plural. Like, there's many comments that deemed blah, 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 blah. So,
by the way, the only people making that claim is just Snark.
No, but you said Hila has made comments in plural that have deemed, and then you finish the sentence. So what are the comments that I've made?
Yeah, I mean, I can go online. I think the main ones that I remember seeing, the main ones that I remember seeing is that and the
That was not a comment.
She didn't say anything, to be clear.
Well, what did I say there?
If that's the main one, I mean, that's like a really, like, I don't know if you're understanding the gravity of like how much of a fucked up, excuse my poor language, fucked up thing that is to say about somebody. You call babies terrorists, right? Like that is an incredibly incendiary thing. That's not something to say about someone who like just did this with their head.
Her ability to stay grounded, thoughtful, and compassionate amidst all that noise is remarkable. Now in her next creative chapter, Teddy Glow expands her world even further. The beauty space is notoriously oversaturated, but Hila's work still feels distinctive, not performative or hollow. It's creative, nostalgic, and sincere, just like everything she makes. She proves that originality can still thrive in an industry that often rewards sameness. Beyond the art and business, Hila's presence as a mother and partner has been beautiful to watch unfold. She radiates warmth, patience, and quiet strength, balancing her many roles with grace. Despite facing vile and unjust hate online, particularly from those attacking her for her Israeli background, Hila continues to show resilience and kindness. She doesn't respond with anger, she simply keeps building, creating, and loving openly. Hila Klein is a rare kind of public figure, one who grows in front of millions without losing her sense of self. Her journey from shy beginnings to creative powerhouse and devoted mother is proof that vulnerability and authenticity can be powerful forms of strength. After Ethan's content nuke on Hasan, iDubbbz's content deputy on Ethan Klein, even after a few crew members left over the years, why do I still watch? They've always been genuine. To when they opened up about real life struggles, infertility, anxiety, parenthood, and the roller coaster of running a show that millions love and criticize. There's a raw honesty in the way that Ethan talks about life that's almost nostalgic. For me, H3 has kind of become comfort content. It's a podcast I put on in the background when I'm working or cleaning or just need to unwind. It feels like hanging out with a group of people who aren't pretending to be anything other than themselves. And maybe that's why they trigger so many people. It feels like the last corner of YouTube that's still real. Not polished, not always algorithm friendly, not always trying to reinvent themselves every 6 months to stay relevant, just real people sitting down and talking. There's something comforting about that, especially when so much of YouTube feels like it's built on fake personalities, fake apologies, and these overly curated creators who seem more like brands than humans. H3 has always been the opposite of that. You can see when they're tired, you can see when they're frustrated, when they're genuinely having fun, and that's kind of the magic of it. Even with all the criticism, all the drama, all the Reddit nonsense, they've stayed consistent. They've evolved, sure, but they've never sold out who they are. And that's kind of the point. Ethan is flawed, but he doesn't hide it from the audience. Even when everyone else online pretends, he embraces his flaws. He argues, he backtracks, he apologizes, and he laughs at himself. And I think that's why their audience, the people who actually get it, stick around. Because at the end of the day, it's not about agreeing with every take or defending every mistake. It's about recognizing when someone's being authentic. And Ethan and Hila are. And all the endless claims that Ethan Klein has fallen off, well, he's still here. And not just existing, but creating, trying, entertaining. Still showing up after all these years.
Have a good night.
Blew my tits right off my fat body.
You're fatty.
AB did that. Everyone saw that.
I can't. I've never seen anything like it.
Gorgeous.